sexy over there, David.
Hello and welcome to Jomboy and Jake Radio. It is January 13th, another Wednesday episode, because that's when the episodes are. 2 hours every Wednesday. Just a ton of fun. Sitting around, chatting, talking, having fun. On the second hour, we'll be doing weird news, rankings, mailbag questions, and more. At halftime, we'll do trivia, and we'll try a snack. It's very regimented. Once we get to halftime, all the shit that you're about to hear until we get to halftime has no agenda and no rhyme or reason. Jake, how are you? BBD, can you turn my headphones up a little?
James, big, beautiful baby David, keeping it sexy on the 1s, 2s, and 3s. Here
It's
on
three
JJR.
It's 2 or 3.
There's 2 or 3, and that's not talking about
That's it.
turning the audio. We found it. Hello, I'm doing all right. Back-to-back days wearing all black. Forehead down.
What's that mean?
Got my Jake Sucks hat on,
Oh,
which is
okay.
white.
It just hurt me deep inside.
So it's a new look for me, testing it out. Not to get into early big announcements, I think I am officially forming a group that is going to be Jake's fashion committee.
Stylist.
And it's going to be led by Jomboy Media's own Ashland.
Hell yes.
So
I hope she dyes your hair.
Yeah, we'll see. I think I'm still finalizing the committee. I've had this one kid that DMs me every day, and he's like, my birthday's on January 15th, so I think I have to include him. And we'll see what goes on. That's why we're going to make it a committee.
What does January 15th have to do with?
His birthday's coming up, and he's like, this is all I want for my birthday. So he's played that card.
First I was thinking it was like the same as your birthday.
And then Jose reached out. Yankees, our guy, gave us the tips one day. So I think if I get a committee together, and I'll run it past you guys in the chat and you and David, but maybe I'll have them come to me with one clothing item a week.
I want to call Ashland right now and just
I'll give
ask
it
her,
a Caesar thumb.
what ideas she has for you.
Well, we can get there. So what do you guys think about that as a plan? Like maybe every Tuesday.
I think the call needs to happen.
I don't think I have her number.
A call or an item a week is tough.
Well, it doesn't have to always be a yes or a no.
Just present
something.
To
52 weeks a year. I don't plan on getting 52 new clothing items. Because I want to do shoes and pants. Like
Question:
I can't
you want to have a say
I can't
in
be
it still.
spending $120 every week on new clothes.
Are you gonna walk in and be in here in a new outfit every Wednesday?
I think what the plan is that by the end of the year, I have 4 new outfits.
Okay.
4 new fits.
Yeah, I like that.
So that's kind of where I'm at. Doing generally well. I'm the most pathetic man in the world.
What a tough drop.
Couple mad nights of sleep. Really bad night of sleep Monday into Tuesday, and that's obvious. And then, dude, I was kind of stoked to get a good night's sleep yesterday. But, dude, I was jazzed up from that call we ended the day with. I was like,
on my morning
blood was pumping.
On my morning Instagram.
Yeah.
Lives that I do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, sometimes Friday. I told him we had a really fun call that was just like, I tell him here too. I hate introductory calls, which you have to do a lot of, and it's basically just a waste of time because you're just saying this is what's your story? What's our story? Well, I started in 2017, and blah, blah, blah. And then they say, okay, there's some synergy here. We think we can partner up, and then
we don't want to pay you.
Okay, what are the next steps? You guys want to give us content for free? And that's usually how it goes. And then it's like, that was a waste of an hour. I hate that. This was that. But it was the best version of that we've ever had.
There was a Yankees fan on the call, and he was a version of our older selves. I don't know. It
was good. It was a good call. So we were both jazzed.
It was a good time.
Do I know who it was?
No.
You can.
No, we could talk about it, but no, it was just the call was ridiculous. We talked to some, kind of important people, and it wasn't a buttoned up call. Like, there was a point on the call where a guy was talking about every time Brett Gardner does something, his group chat sends
a different picture of a squirrel.
They send squirrel. Like he's like, his group chat has nicknamed Brett Gardner the squirrel, and anytime something happens, they send squirrel. He's like, we're trying to bottle up that energy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, that's what we do here. Like, that's what it is. It's inside
Pringle.
jokes. It's community. It's really good. He's like, because the joke was, Gardner, even a squirrel finds a nut. So every time Gardner gets a hit, his group chat just gets filtered with squirrels. And he was like, let me tell you, there's some pictures out there of squirrels doing some fucked up shit.
And I mean, he was fun.
I have like 3 pictures of dead squirrels on my phone. I almost wanted to text him. Because I had a buddy in college that I would send that. I mean, that doesn't really explain it. I had a buddy, if I saw a dead squirrel,
it's not going to sound right.
Take a picture and I send it to my buddy.
So
I'm this guy.
Yeah, you are that guy. The part that actually, the part that makes me laugh the most about it, and it looks like we got hamster in the title, so interested to see where that goes. He didn't want to say the line, like, there's some gifs of squirrels doing messed up stuff out there. So he said at first, he was like trying to dodge saying that. He's like, like even if Gardy sits out, someone will send like a sleeping squirrel. Just like that's
funny. Good call. Anyway,
dude. So how are you?
I'm sorry about your sleep schedule. I'm having a great week so far.
It's okay.
Yesterday was a long day of meetings. I think I ended at like 9.
Yeah.
Like my phone calls ended at 9 because you have the meetings and then you have the debrief meetings with you and with everyone else. So, but I've been waking up so clear-headed, and I know exactly why. It's because I'm not drinking.
Yeah.
When my friends were over last week, we were having like some drinks every night. So just wake up a little hungover, and like we drank a lot that weekend, which kills my Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
So Monday and Tuesday and today, I've waken up like. That's a bigger, like, more powerful to me than how good it feels to be drunk anymore. Wow. If by like 9 a.m. I'm like, I feel great. That's a better feeling than like
tired, drunk, wired, alert.
It is. It's like it's all those corny shit, but it's so good. So I'm doing great. We're we kept saying come January it's goes time. Like, we're like in that. We're making changes. We're having fun meetings. We're
really good synergy today in the office. Really good synergy today.
And I have come to love JJR days. Obviously, this takes up a lot of the day. It's noon to 2.
Yeah.
So it's a 2-hour chunk. But it's almost like no business calls. It's JJR day.
Yeah.
Like afternoon's full. I'm enjoying it. And last episode of JJR is the most downloaded / viewed episode in the history of the show, podcast and YouTube combined. So I thank everyone that's coming out.
Oh snap! That was lit.
It was my talking about me getting married. So maybe once you're married, we'll have
it's a little big. Yeah. So I'm thinking about
then when BBD's married. Holy smokes!
Oh my. The BBD.
That covers our next 3 months, probably.
Marriage episode. Holy crapola. You feeling the synergy, David?
I'm thinking we'll just be there.
The synergy in here today is
we'll just be commenting.
Whoa.
Nearly 25 teams showed up to Corey Kluber's showcase today. Scouts came away impressed.
Wow.
It's expected to be competitive, I think, is the last line of his market.
Klubot.
That's not what that means, because every single team showed up to
it means people are prepared to offer him a minor league deal for sure.
What's the least amount of money we can offer him?
Not a complete comparison, because I think Kluber has more left in his tank. Didn't all 30 teams show up to Tulowitzki? And like almost every team put in a bid, and the Yankees got him for the minimum.
Yeah.
So
everyone's fine with him if it's not actually having to commit it.
And he worked out.
Oh, I mean, he got a double, he cried, and he left.
Okay, early baseball talk on JGR. Where do we want to see Kluber go?
Yankees.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd take the if it's a cheap price, I'd take the flyer on him.
I mean, I'd assume the Yankees got to have a leg up by being a team trying to win, and he has a chance to pitch a lot.
What's a fun team that's not the Yankees? The Angels.
All right, how about this?
The Twins.
What 5 teams did not show up to Kluber's scouting?
Ooh, okay.
25 teams showed up. What?
I like this game.
No, I think the Padres were there
No,
because any
Padres are there.
team that's competing this year, I think showed up because they're thinking what we all just said. He might just choose a team trying to win. So I have the Pirates. They didn't even consider it.
Yeah, I'm in on that.
Just thought of
Pirates
pitching team.
are out.
Yeah, no, but I think
I think
good pitching teams actually show up.
I think the Marlins
They want him to be
dipped.
their 7th guy.
You don't think the Marlins went?
I think the Marlins were just like, we're not going to be the high man on the board. Like the NL East is so good this year. We're not going to be the high man, or we're not going to have the most.
You know what I think?
Option.
I think the Rays didn't show up more so because they always want to be different than the pack. Like if they find out 25 teams are doing something, they're like, you know what? We're not going to do that.
I think there was a Rays,
but they're very interested. They just didn't show up.
There was a Rays guy from a distance that everyone knew was the Rays guy, and they thought he was being cool. Like all the scouts were right next to the mound, and there was one guy in the left field fence, and they're like, "Is that
the Rays guy?
Why isn't he just here?"
Yeah, no. He had like 2 binoculars, both hands.
Ooh.
Is that a joke? Have movies made that
Someone
joke?
just said hipster Rays, and I kind of like that.
Someone in the chat also brings up Cleveland definitely wasn't there.
Ooh, I like that. Cleveland.
Yeah.
And the Rangers too then.
Ooh, I don't know though. I kind of like Cleveland as like a reunion.
No.
Like, you thought Cleveland was dead. We're bringing back our Cy Young winner.
They're out. They were
saving
not,
face,
they were,
baby.
Cleveland wasn't there. Pirates weren't there. Rays were behind the outfield fence, so they were kind of there but not there. The Rangers were not there, I don't think.
The Rays
I
made
think the
sure it
Rangers
got
were
recorded.
Yeah. Who
Okay.
else? Orioles? Probably not there.
Orioles weren't there.
Tigers, Royals.
Wow.
Oh,
about that?
your dad's requesting.
Big stuff in the chat. Okay. It's early baseball.
Yeah, early baseball.
You want to tell the people about you got to update on your ring.
I was going to bring all my others. Who was it in the chat last week? I don't remember.
Was it?
That said, he has a silicone ring for day-to-day, and he keeps his nice ring for that. So I totally took that advice, and I have a silicone ring now. It's like a Livestrong bracelet material, but for your finger. I have like 12 others. I was going to bring them to have you try them on.
I'll wear those.
Do you want to try this one on?
Yeah. Can
Try it
I
on.
put it on my wiener?
It's so much better.
It's too big.
And like a lot of people that I've showed it like says like that's more you, which fits on your thumb. Yeah, I have big fingers.
I think my thumb's one of my smaller fingers.
Well, it's pretty loose.
It's a little loose.
I gotta like squeeze it on. Nose. Yeah. I have like 12 different colors now because it comes in a pack. They're like $10. So it's just symbolic, but I like it so much more.
I like that.
I like it so much more. The other one was just wasn't.
My Oklahoma gang's all about those. And the first time I saw them, I was like, what the hell is that? Because at first I thought they were those like the black rings, which I think, were you looking at those? Like kind of the modern, or Brett has one?
Yeah.
Like the new age kind of ring.
Tungsten.
And then when the first time I saw one, I was like,
it's rubber.
is that rubber? And they're like, yeah, this is just a symbol of love.
Yeah, screw the jewelry industry. No, we still got nice ones. But I had the bracelet from the Yankees event that I wore. I've been wearing a silicone bracelet on my wrist since I was 18. I had a red one that I wore for like a decade.
Come and go.
No.
Recently.
Decade. And then I took the red one off and I put the Yankee Live event one on.
We wore the Marist one for a while.
Yeah. So I've always had one, but then like if I would have one on my finger and it was the same exact color here. I looked like Katie and I took one look at it and we're like,
yeah,
you're like a jewelry, you're like a silicone jewelry guy now.
Yeah.
So goodbye to that.
Those are
Dead.
You've been wearing that recently?
Yep.
I hadn't noticed them, but it's also been like sweatshirt season.
I mean, I'm talking since I was 18. I have not had a bare left wrist.
Yeah, I mean I'm trying to picture that because I see you every day, and I know you did that for a long time.
Yeah, I mean since the live event, I took off one and I put that one on from the live event. There might be like a month gap somewhere. But
okay.
Yeah, I mean we're on video every day. You can go.
Yeah, I gotta check the tape. Goodell, check the tape, man.
Check the receipts.
Anything else we got going on? World's pretty crazy.
Yeah. What day was that last week? A week ago today?
Basically right after we
right after JJR? That sucked. Right, we were going to do Talking Yanks.
Oh, yeah, they stormed the Capitol right when we were done.
Yeah.
Basically the second I got this post on the podcast, I refreshed Twitter.
Yeah.
That was the rest of my day.
It was sad times.
It was nuts.
That took so much out of me. It's like drains me.
Yeah, draining's a good way to put it. I mean, all the responses, like they're getting arrested now, and like they're like surprised is so bizarre. Like you stormed the Capitol building.
The no-fly list stuff.
Then they getting kicked off the planes. Like, guys, what don't you understand about what you did?
You got woke. What is this? You woke guys or something?
Compare it.
People,
and if you want to compare it to the other riots and stuff, you can. But
yeah,
besides the storming of the Capitol building, if you were just at the Capitol steps or in the D.C. area, rioting and doing terrible things and looting, like what happened, then it's maybe it's a spot on comparison. The injustices may be different in some people's brains.
Justifications are,
but like you stormed the Capitol building, so obviously. You're considered a terrorist now.
Yeah. Don't do that.
It's a little, not a math pod, but a little bit of a math thing right there.
It's a little bit of math.
Storm.
Like A plus B.
A plus B equals
right.
2. Something like that. Right. I think is the answer. Yeah. Like so that was defeating.
Like if the elected officials in there that day didn't leave, they were going to kill a bunch of them.
I don't know what would have happened.
Yeah, and
I don't think
some of them still had that intent.
Well, dude, isn't that the craziest thing about the mindset that like?
I don't think that, but maybe that's me just being a little still optimistic in the most pessimistic world. I think that
don't know if it would have happened.
Yeah, I don't think that was their intent. But still, they stormed the Capitol.
Bombs and stuff. Like, didn't they seize?
There might be stuff we don't know.
Like
about. There's zip ties and all that stuff.
That's the part.
Heard the word guns.
And when this is the win, that's when you know it's a bad time. That we were like one idiot away from being like, oh my
full
God.
Disaster. We
like,
remember that
oh my God. Like it still is already a memory and all time.
Yeah, they did kill that police officer.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean,
someone said I'm here for sports and humor, not politics. This isn't really politics. It's kind of like the whole entire fucking country is talking about it. So if you've listened to this show, we will talk about things.
There is humor. If you thought you could do that and not get in trouble.
Yeah, we're laughing at those people.
That's humorous.
Yeah.
Like that's.
I mean, we like barely scratched that conversation and you got upset by it. That's more telling on you than us.
That's the weird part where it's. People think that all of this stuff is politics, and kind of in a way everything ties to politics, but also not. And that's
where
where
attribute it to like one area. I guess that's the area.
And a lot of politics people try to spin it in their own way, and that's politics in and of itself. But like, you have to take a step back and say, people running into a government building and looting it and rioting, and like a couple people did die.
Went into private offices and
like,
stuff.
Take that for what it's worth before you get into the politics. Take inventory before you start going.
Well, that's what I'm saying, just simple math. Like, if you wanted to protest, like, I mean, once you storm the Capitol building, it's much different. It's scary, man. You know what? Scary. My mom was super scared. A lot of people were super scared. I was just more like, what is this?
Yeah, it's just
what
like
the fuck
pathetic.
Is this?
It's pathetic. That was my phrase early on. Like, every time you see something crazy happen like this.
Vince in the chat just made me laugh.
My pops just from the top rope again.
That's your dad's favorite joke.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Good job, chat.
Good job, chat. Yeah, no, it's I don't know. Like, not a big news guy ever. Try not to watch the news.
I hate the news. I even watched the news, and it was like watching SportsCenter because they only had the same 5 clips.
Yeah, you had to stop.
They just kept rerunning, and you're like, this is like when you watch 3 SportsCenters in a row, and you're like, oh my God. But the fact is, the news is like sports radio. It's catered to an audience that listens to 10 minutes and then they get out of their car and they go somewhere else, or they walk by a news channel. So the nature of the beast is they have to repeat themselves over and over. Yeah. So when Jake Tapper is like condemning all of this like really hard, the first time you hear it, you're like, yeah, get him, Tapper. Like, speak your mind. Like, you know, really lay it on. And then like the third time you hear, like, all right, Tapper. Like, it's kind of sounding insincere yet, but I've listened 3 times. I should get out of there.
It's for the first.
It's for the first time. So once you start here, but that's why it sucks. Like, they shouldn't have 24-hour news.
I mean, it's just bad. It's just crazy. I mean, you know, watching news as a kid and no idea what I was watching. Like the pictures and images you've seen, a lot of U.S. stuff over the past year, whether it's people showing up to the Arizona vote with guns and like raiding the Capitol. Like that's in our head. That's third world country stuff. And guess what? That phrase like isn't PC anymore because you don't wish that on third world countries. So it's like, it's bad. I mean, it took all the energy out of our office last week and bad last week. So just be better when you get a chance.
When you get a chance.
When you get a chance, be better.
You just, you know,
do it.
Do you know a guy named his dog after me?
I thought I saw something like that on the Twitter sphere.
It's kind of cool. I get updates now. So what happened was his son had a hit in Little League, and he tweeted the video at me and was like, it'd be so cool if you could break this down. And I had like 10 minutes. So I just downloaded it.
Boom.
Made it, responded to him, posted it. He was like, oh my God, that's so awesome. Which is cool. I like doing that kind of stuff when I have the time. He, that same day, like found a dog on the side of the road that had like got hit by, or he hit a dog. A dog ran in front of him. He hit it, I think. And like it was all busted open. He took it to the vet. And then he was like, started a GoFundMe. Like, hey, I'll take this stray dog that just needs all these bills now. And he named it after me, Joms, with the B. So it's kind of like Tombs, but Joms. Like I could see how someone would pronounce this Tombs, because it's with the Jones. J. But yeah, I follow him now, so I get all the updates. So that may be the first dog named after me ever.
It's huge.
That's cool.
So that's 1 point, Jomboy. That's 10 million points, Jake.
Oh, look, Jombo is a snorer. So I see these on my timeline now, and I'm like, wait, oh, that's the dog, not me.
That's the dog.
Not me. Dog snores? Do you want to listen?
Sure.
It's pretty loud.
Those are real.
It's pretty loud.
Oh, snap. That was lit.
Mac is a big, like, in his sleep. Just like,
Puppy swimming.
Yeah, it gets pretty loud. Like, oh, he's dreaming about something. Dreaming about something. A breakdown dropping during JJR. Oh, yeah, I uploaded it, started uploading it before we sat down.
Roll damn.
I wanted to go get the Harvey Updike audio and put it at the end, but I don't know. I just didn't have time.
Yeah.
Because I say roll tide as the last words. So I wanted it to be like, roll tide, and then Harvey Updike ends it, roll damn tide. He has passed away now, and he is like a criminal. So
a JJR celebrity of sorts.
Oh, yeah. Folk hero. He's the best. Well, I take that back, but you know what I'm saying. I enjoy that phone call. MacDougal's got a dumb haircut right now. He looks dumb.
That's the game. That's the great game.
They didn't cut it, which is, you know what? Katie and I have been getting into situations now where we know the person we're talking to isn't capable of doing what we want them to do.
Right.
And we're just too passive to like bow out.
The dog groomer game.
So we dropped him off at the dog groomer. We both walked out, and I'm like, they're not going to do anything to him. Like this is going to be a waste of money. And I went to pick him up, and all they did was like, literally, I think all they did was like blow dry and fluff. Like, they didn't cut him at all. They said he was fussy. And I was like, no, he's not. Katie literally
it's a dog.
Cuts his hair.
Yeah.
Like he's like
good
not
counter.
Fluffy at all.
Yeah.
I have to put, when he got pink eye, I had to put medicine in his eye. He just sits there. And he not just for us, for like other people. Like he's once he's calm and he's not in that excited state, like he's not. So I was pissing off. I was like, what the? But I'm also too passive to like say anything. And they made me pay before I could see him. I'm like, that's a little bullshit.
Yeah.
So now I have just it's the same length. We could have done what they did.
Right.
I wanted the cut. So that's a bummer.
I fucked my dog on that one.
It's getting so good at the drops.
What was that?
Just getting like proud moments.
That
for
sounded
you,
weird in my headphones.
Thank you. That's high praise.
Yeah, we our dog groomer in the city takes forever, which at first we were like, what's going on? Like you're almost worried. But now it's like it's dog sitting for a day. Like Noodle goes there and he spends 8 hours.
Yeah, that's how it was in New Jersey when I would take Zimmer.
And I kind of want a camera because they have like birds and turtles and shit loose there. So Noodle's got to be a disaster.
Yeah. Noodle's pretty anxious when he's not around you guys.
I think for one day there's so much stuff going on there that it's just okay, that's a bird. Like what?
What's going on with your apartment?
Is that a cat in the hat?
What can you share?
Well, Jimmy, part of the reason I mentioned Noodle full day at the groomer is because we think we found an apartment. We got an apartment.
What when you mean you applied, you got it, you're moving?
We're in. We have to figure out the move-in day.
Same building, different building? So
it's sister building.
Okay, so same management group?
So, yeah, same management group, which makes all the paperwork easy. 2-bedroom, high up, 22nd floor.
Damn.
Up there.
Shit fuck damn.
So, yeah, excited about that.
Can we get her saying that as a drop?
Yeah.
I just said under my breath, I got to get that.
Yeah, we need that. So, excited, nicer amenities, rooftop, but it's like a high up rooftop, which is like kind of scares me.
Yeah, because then you might jump by accident.
Yeah. But there's also like there's kind of a usable
I just
gym.
put myself on the rooftop looking out, and I need to get off there mentally.
No, so I haven't been up there when it's nice. The day we went up there, it was like windy and cold, and it was like, this is a bad place to be.
So this is the existential anxiety.
Oh, yeah.
That I can't even mentally picture myself being up there.
Oh, you can. You just picture yourself on the way down.
Because the freedom of like, I could just jump. It's so scary.
Could happen at any moment.
Oh, my God. Can you Slack Ashland and see if she would be free for a call at like halftime or sometime?
I am. So, yeah, we got to figure that out. So we thought like February 1, the weekend before that is like January 28th, 29th. So we're like, okay, this is perfect. We'll move in that Saturday. And then, we can fully be out of our place for that Monday for our building. And the guy was like panicked. This was all happening. Like he called on the subway and it was kind of sloppy. And so then I called him back.
He called you while he was on the subway?
While I was on the subway.
Oh, okay. That's a little better.
And
hey, I'm on the subway. I might lose you.
Dude, that was the first thing I told him. I was like, hey, dude, like I'm on the subway, bro. And he's like, oh, this will be quick. I was like, okay, I hope so. And then, so yeah, it's exciting. 2 bedrooms will be good. Get like a office, Peloton, maybe home workout, a little Jake recording studio. I've got a little game plan for that should be fun. There's like a closet that I think I can make a little background in there and put a chair in there and have that be like the
like
if
when
I need
you
to
like
set up
like
and record in there.
WeWork when you rent like a 1-person studio. It's
Kinda,
like that size.
yeah, but like in inverse.
Well, that's awesome.
So yeah, that's exciting.
Congratulations.
And our rent's like barely going up because pandemic.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so that's not good. But it's exciting for us. It'll be good. I mean, Jess has been working from home and she's been her desk is right next to the bed. So there's days when she doesn't leave like a 4-foot area and that's mentally a battle. So yeah, excited. And they've got a good Jakey gym there, so I'm excited for that. We'll start getting Jakey biceps back.
Hell,
it's been a minute, man. I haven't like lifted weights in a year.
Yeah, your shoulders looking
and I
so
used
small.
to. I'm dainty. I'm dainty
you
now.
Are. Why do I look so much bigger than you in the shot right now?
I'm dainty now.
Interesting. How far away is the building from your building now? Area of the Bronx, without giving away whatever you don't want to give away.
What was the question?
Same neighborhood?
Same exact neighborhood.
Same commute on your end.
Same subway stop?
Throw a baseball from my apartment and hit the other apartment.
Right now with your dainty arms.
With my dainty arms.
That's pretty close.
BBD, make me look less dainty.
It's pretty close.
I'm trying really hard. Also, she'll be available whenever we want to call her, basically. So I said halftime.
Okay. So, yeah, excited for that. Same subway. Should be a smooth transition. You know, it's going to be moving. Got to put everything in a box. The movers, it's kind of funny.
I think that's worse.
Going to get movers. And luckily, they'll be going downhill. So I think they'll be happy. But, you know, it's the funny little things you got to think about.
Do you need help moving?
No.
Do you want to call in me?
Only thing I lift when I move is my wallet.
I think I need you sitting there. Might grab Zach.
What's that?
Need you sitting there, but I'll call Zach in to.
Oh, okay.
Make me look
be
less
another
dainty.
set of eyes.
Is that the operation now? Make Jake look less dainty. Is your chair all the way
Why
up?
are your legs showing? What's going on?
Well, I'm sitting different than you. You have a leg behind the table. Look, if that leg was in front of that bar, that's how I'm sitting.
Dainty.
So maybe I'm a little closer to the camera too.
Why not up? I mean, you're definitely closer to the camera. You look like a giant.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're shrinking.
Giant man. I'm dainty. And I hate it.
It's tough, man. We're getting Zach in to come in.
Dude, it's going to be weird doing, and I mean, everyone's going to have this coming up, but like all the 1 year ago stuff and just like tracking last year. Zach, I look dainty.
Jake wants to look less dainty in the camera. Okay.
Zach, I look so dainty. Why are you laughing, Zach? What are you doing?
I'm getting as broad as possible.
Oh
Make
my
Zach's.
God.
I'm gonna see if this chair can go up. I'm so tall right now. My head's out of shot.
You're out of the shot,
This is like
which is illegal.
a huge day for me.
You're not supposed to be out of the shot.
I'm out of the shot.
You're not supposed to be. That's bad.
I kind of get told to people on the morning live Instagram, not this Friday, a week from this Friday. So in 9 days or whatever the math is on that. Oh my God, you made him look daintier.
Guys.
Well, you were bragging about your head being out of the shot, so I changed that.
So you went more dainty? This is a dainty festival.
Anyway, a week and a half from today,
Week and a half from today.
The Watchin', it's not baggage, it's an old show from the 70s,
Ooh.
is like almost must viewing if you like that series. Don't skip it because it's not baggage.
This is tough.
Yeah. All right. Well, what else do we need to talk about? Do we want to? It's an early halftime if we jump there.
It's a dainty fest.
Did you do anything this weekend? Did I do anything this weekend?
What was this weekend? Oh, dude, it was a great football weekend, man.
6 games. Did you enjoy that?
I really did. And we did some apartment stuff, so I got to check off like my boyfriend tasks that way. But yeah, man, I watched a ton of football. And it was all entertaining. Me and Beefer talked about it.
Oh.
Not necessarily great games, but it was all entertaining.
Some
Buddy
once
told
me
the
world
was
gonna
Rome?
roll me.
I think right now it's a matter of chair height, and then I think we'll
Raise
be
up.
there.
What's going on with your chair?
I'm all the way up.
Am I all the way up?
And
Oh,
you
you know
can
what?
also drop down a little.
You think I'm gonna drop down
I'm
and
not
go in?
saying you're
not
going
dropping
to.
down.
I'm
Jake
saying
has
if
to
that's
get
a
out of
choice.
dainty mode. I'm not gonna enter dainty
I'm
world.
just going to stand this episode.
That's badass. That's cool.
What? You can't stand?
So I have another thing for you, Jake.
Okay.
My chair, I don't go under the carpet. So that's another like.
Oh, you're on the carpet. You're tilting.
Yes.
Illegal.
Well, this is a recent change by you to go under the carpet.
Illegal.
I mean, usually we're both above carpet guys. So, did you like the Nickelodeon?
Look what you've done, Zach.
Did you? I don't know
This
if
show
you,
used to be completely normal.
Did you like the Nickelodeon?
We
stuff?
spent the morning talking about perfecting the touches in this room, and now look.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Lafayette Leopards. So I had a weird moment.
Yeah.
Where know what it was? Everyone was so all in on the Nickelodeon broadcast to start.
From my angle,
what do you see?
Let me take a picture, because from my angle, like, you kind of look like
dainty.
No, like a dainty creature. Like you're like
so it got worse. It got worse. It got worse.
Like this, you look Hobbit-ish.
Yeah.
Look what I'm seeing. Yes, that's what you look like. Yeah.
Stupid fat hobbit.
Yeah, you look like you're like on a shelf in a children's room. A tiny.
I think I'm
gonna
start
creature.
going Kimbrel.
Okay. Anyway, I like the Nickelodeon thing.
Everyone was so hot on it that I had just like that knee reflex kick in where I was like, okay, what's going on? Like, are we really having fun, or is it just hitting that nostalgia button so hard with everybody on Twitter?
That was my least favorite part, was the droppings of, like, the SpongeBob references.
Sure.
And they did, like, a Double Dare reference, and I was like, I'm not, cater this towards kids, not towards nostalgia.
Right.
I loved the girl, Gabby. She's 15.
She was crushing.
Her reaction to punts really changed my mind on punts, because it was
kick.
Like, it is impressive. Like, it's one of the more cooler things that we take for such granted. We think
they're the losers of the team.
We think it's just a wimpy little kick. Meanwhile, these dudes are booting the ball to the sky.
Yeah.
It is impressive.
Yeah.
So I kind of liked that, the pureness of it. Did you hear Mad Dog?
Mm-mm.
Mad Dog gave, like, literally what we would write. What if I was to tell you, do a Mad Dog spoof of his take on the Nickelodeon game?
Okay.
Like, he did that. He mispronounced Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Which...
How'd he do it?
Yeah, we're going to need that.
Hold on. Mad Dog Russo. And they said, like, anyone that enjoyed that needs to get their head checked. Unless it was a joke. Because Boomer and Geo had audio of it.
Boomer.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. And unless they were doing an impression, there's parts of it that is an impression. There's other parts that it sounded like they were doing a Mad Dog drop. Am I supposed to open this?
Sound like an aircraft noise.
Yeah, that's me just giving you Ashland's number.
Oh, okay.
Flex.
I assume we got a call from one of your devices.
Okay, here it is.
Hi, Zach.
So the Eagles-Washington thing, we've been on it all morning. There is one thing I did want to play for you. It won't exactly come as a surprise, but our pal Chris Russo did have a take on all that yesterday. And he provides us with the latest example of Dog humorously confusing a common sense.
You should have taken a baby to a meat slicer. That's what you should have done. Should have taken
not the clip I was searching for.
Oh.
Took a baby to a meat slicer. What the hell is that?
It was really good by Nickelodeon. Fun. Shout out Nate Burleson for also doing that. Feel like so many old heads would have scoffed at that. He was having fun. And it was probably the worst game of the weekend, but because Nickelodeon was tied into it, it was a lot of fun.
Here you go.
Needs their head examined. Anybody who's watching that Nickelodeon for the game needs their head examined. The girl, when the Bear dropped the touchdown in the end zone, said, "Oh, almost. This is the NFL. Almost." I mean, that's not the response you want. That Nickelodeon thing I could not get into. Well, go ahead. What else? Number 3.
So I mean,
anybody who's watching that,
it's like an SNL writer is now writing Mad Dogs. Like, he's been infiltrated by a comedian, giving him a script to say things that you would think he would say. Like, they didn't even have the audio here. He called it stupid and childish. Yup.
Yeah.
Yup. And
that was the intention.
That's why I was getting mad. They're like, she's getting so excited. Like, it's for kids. They're explaining every rule like kids don't know football. Well, it's geared towards kids that don't watch football.
Nickelodeon.
It's geared
towards the ones that don't know it already.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be their first football game they're watching.
And, like, it's not like you could watch the other thing. So obviously do it.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, if Nickelodeon wants to do this and get more sporting, give them a baseball game of the week. Like, you'd be so stupid to not, as long as it's not the only way you can watch a game, don't do that.
Which is baseball's move, baseball's signature.
But, yeah, I mean.
No, I mean.
Nickelodeon for the game needs.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah, okay, get that on the soundboard. Yeah, and that's kind of it's kind of the future of sports, and hopefully it's something that we're going to find a pretty good lane in. But, you know, you see it every year. ESPN adds a new broadcast. I know you were hot on the referee broadcast. You really enjoyed that.
No.
And if people don't know, that's not a joke. There was a referee broadcast of the College Football National Championship this year. And, you know.
It was Benetti, or what's his name from the White Sox?
Benetti, yeah.
Benetti and a bunch of referees giving their
And you
insight.
see it. You know, you see ESPN do the quote-unquote, like, nerd broadcast of the game. Sports are the only thing right now in television that can really be bottled, like live events. So basically the networks are saying, like, how can we squeeze more out of these live events? And it's like doubling down. Instead of ESPN, you know, having the Yankees game on, and on ESPN2 they've got PBA bowling, put something that enhances the Yankees game. So you have those two broadcasts combined for a bigger number. Whatever. Jakey analytics there. But no, the Nickelodeon thing was fun.
I enjoyed it. Let's give Ashland a call to round out the first half before we get to halftime, and see what she has in store for you style-wise. Since, if anyone doesn't know, Jake was looking for someone to take over his style.
I mean, the JJRs, no.
Purchase of the week didn't get you where we thought it would.
No, I mean, it just ended up with me being really dumb.
There were some big winners.
There were some nice things. I think these shoes. And now
your
were
dad
the
says
original
you're
one.
huge now.
Huge now, which is big.
All right, let's call. I think we're calling.
She'll be coming through here.
I think so.
If you're on your computer, I think you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Hey, guys.
Hello. It's Jimmy.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yes, barely.
Ashland, Jake Storielli, Jomboy Media. How are you?
I don't know where it's coming from.
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. We've been in some discussions. We've had some back and forth, and I think I'm ready to offer you the opportunity of a lifetime.
Oh. Well, this is an exciting day.
I need you to be the head of my fashion committee.
Okay, this is perfect. How do you feel about wigs? Because I'm trying to find one right now.
Ashland, let's take one step back.
Okay. Okay. Well, just think about it.
I think we're all thinking about it.
Thinking,
right
I haven't stopped thinking.
I'm thinking
about
a Sia wig.
Sia?
Okay.
Sia.
I love it.
I thought you said seal.
That
I thought
too.
you said
I love it.
CO.
Like
That's
the animal.
that's a whole look that
Seal's
really speaks for
face.
itself.
If we can do makeup department to give him, well, that might be blackface, which we don't want to do.
Ashland, here's early thoughts and ideas. So I had a few people reach out, thinking about you're the head of committee, we'll make a group, and then maybe every Tuesday you guys come forward with a next step for me, whether it's a pair of shoes, a shirt. It sounds like wigs are in. So that's what I've currently got.
This is going to be a blast. I can't wait.
Okay.
Ashland, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Barely, Jimmy, but I can hear you.
Maybe it's coming from here. There's no way it's coming from
No
here. We're not
way.
even using
You're
the phone.
using
No.
your computer.
All right.
And it's connected to the board.
I'll just scream.
Yeah.
I would like frosted tips at one point.
We could bring those all the way back. It's probably been long enough since Frosted Tips were in that we can bring them back again,
Yes, I agree. We tried a cat scratch on the eyebrow last year.
I've
It
been
didn't
leaning
work.
a lot of clothes.
Oh, you're
and
thinking
shoes.
No, but your biggest issue is your face.
That's not fashion. That's not fashion.
He's worn black pants and black shirt back-to-back days. Do you think that's going to be in your repertoire?
No, we're gonna have to throw in some color there.
Okay.
Color patterns. We're gonna have to definitely up the amount of leopard print in your closet.
Okay. I'm not scared of that. I'm not scared of the clothes. I do think when you open up early with wigs,
fundamentally changing you is different.
Oh, we have a nice picture of you on screen now,
You're
Ashley.
on screen now.
If it's a wig, though, at least it's not permanent. I'm actually doing you a huge favor there.
Yeah, I was trying to permanently dye your hair.
The male wig.
We have Ashland. Once pandemic's over, there's a wig store right across the street from us here in the Bronx.
See? Fucking fate. That's the stars telling you to listen to me.
Right. I do think it's like a lady wig shop.
That's not a problem.
It's fine. They
how
have
about
dude
this?
wigs, probably.
How about this? I'd like to work up my wardrobe to the points where the wigs play.
Okay. We'll slow roll into
Perfect.
a wig.
Yes. Slow roll.
Yeah.
Into the wig.
We'll build up to this.
Okay, so your early
Wigs can be intimidating.
Early thoughts. You're thinking animal prints.
More colors.
Yeah, more color, some pattern. We don't necessarily have to go with animal print, but it's just an easy go-to pattern. You need some life. I prefer to, when I get dressed, I want to walk in somewhere and then be like, what the hell has she got on? That's always the reaction I'm going for. So.
I get that reaction sometimes in a good way, often in a bad way. So
yeah.
No, this is perfect. We'll be coordinating, and yeah, in my head, the end game is, every Tuesday you guys bring something to the table: shoes, shirt, pants. I don't think I can be buying an expensive clothing item every week, but I think the goal is that by the end of the year, I have 4 or 5 new outfits / styles that I can use.
This is going to be great.
Okay.
It's kind of like our own version. We'll call it Southern Eye for the Dumb Guy.
Ooh.
Love it.
Snap.
Love it.
That was lit.
Ashland, we have a picture of you on screen. Purple hair, purple lipstick. Is that recent, or can you tell us?
No, that was, let me see. When did I have purple hair? I had purple hair November of 19, maybe. It's been a minute.
Okay.
Right now, I'm trying to decide what color I want to do next, and I have on a black Morticia wig. So we're just seeing where things go.
All right.
Okay. Well,
this was great.
An early thank you. I think I'll be forming, I guess a Twitter chat where you're active.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, and a couple people. I think Jose from Yankee Twitter. He was in, and I trust him. I think. I'm confident.
He's got good style.
Yeah, he's got swag. He's got confidence. I think he's got
absolutely.
Never mind.
Well, this is going to be fun. I'm going to go update my Twitter bio real quick. Head of the fashion committee.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So yeah, that'll be coming together, and yeah, we'll be exciting. I think next Tuesday, I'd like the first item that we need to move forward with.
And so everyone listening to this, go follow on Twitter at Braves Ashland. ASHLAND, like a fun amusement park. Ashland. That's what you call if you ever turned your house into an amusement park.
Yeah, and let me know what you want to see Jake in.
Yes, and let her know some ideas you have, because she's the head of his fashion department.
Can we get a quick Braves take out of you? Who are we eyeing?
Okay, so y'all know we bumped Johan off the Hot Boys list because last year he didn't really do much of anything.
Right.
And then 2 days later, he went absolutely off in the Lead'em finals. So I feel like he hurt us. He saw.
So
I'm very excited to see what happens there between him and young thick Austin Riley, because are we doing the 3B battle again? I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Camargo had too much smolder in him last year.
Disagree.
Not enough hit.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like he had to have hurt us because we said he didn't do so hot last year, and then he went off, and I don't know. Maybe he's wanting that everyday spot back.
I'm sorry that Alabama won.
It's okay. They win everything. It sucks. We hate them, but it's fine. We're used to it.
Or damn.
All right. Have a great day. We'll,
All right. See you guys.
Catch you in when you got the first outfit. See ya. Baseball. We did it.
Oh, snap. That was lit.
Next up, it's time for... Wait, hold on.
Holding.
This is how you liked it. It's time for trivia!
That is how Daddy likes it.
Jake, I have a trivia question for you.
Okay.
It has to do with the American League East in the 2020 season. Now, each team, what pitcher on each team led their team in first pitch swinging strikes?
Can you say the question again? Because now I know the loose details and I can really hone in.
AL East.
AL East.
Which pitcher led their team in first pitch swinging strikes?
Last year.
2020 season.
2020 season. Short season.
Yes. Now.
First pitch strikes from each team.
Swinging strikes.
Swinging strikes.
Yes.
On the first pitch.
Now, I will say 3.5.
Right.
Maybe 4. I think you'll get them.
Okay.
There's one outlier, maybe not an outlier. The chat has been
put
away.
Down.
Good job by producer
Yeah,
Bugler.
I've also closed it on my end, so I can't accidentally cheat.
Okay.
As well.
So, let's start with the team I'm most familiar with, the New York Yankees.
Yes.
The New York Yankees have Garrett Cole pitch a lot, and he has really good stuff. So he would be my first guess.
Garrett Cole had 31 first pitch swinging strikes. Second place was Jay Happ with 18. Far and away the leader. 1 for 1. Good job,
Boys
Jay.
of summer. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Let's head to Toronto.
Okay.
/ Buffalo last year, if you'll remember. Buffalo, their ace of staff is Ryu. He was healthy last year, which is his big concern. He throws some junk, so I could see guys taking big swings up there. If there was a team that could have someone rival him in the bullpen, they have a couple options. Dolis was actually gross last year. I'm going to assume this is one of the obvious ones. I will go Ryu.
Correct. Ryu had 19 first pitch swinging strikes. Tanner Roark had 18. So
that's guys just trying to hit home runs.
Well, like that's where it gets tricky because it's not always always the best. It's there's some, like if the Yankees, Nick Nelson was up there.
Yeah.
Because when he's in, the game's kind of put away and you're just trying to jump on this pitcher.
Let's head to
2 for 2 for Jake.
Thank you. Let's head to Baltimore.
Okay.
The Orioles, the upstart Orioles last year, if you'll recall, they got started pretty hot. They came back down to earth to finish the year. Their bullpen big stinks, so I don't think that's where we're getting a deep bullpen cut. And John Means is kind of their guy, and he does have a nice changeup, which is a good pitch to fool people on. I'm leaning John Means. I mean, our guy Cobber, did he pitch all of last year? I would guess John Means.
3 for 3.
Thank you.
John Means had 20 first pitch swinging strikes. In second place with 13 was Keegan Eichen.
Keegan Eichen.
We should have had Ashland say Keegan Eichen.
Keegan Eichen.
And let's see how many came on the changeup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the 20 came on the changeup.
The Tampa Bay Rays. Them and the Red Sox are tricky for very different reasons. The Rays, and I'm going with a hint you gave in the clue, is that you said I should get 3.5, 4. There's 2 guys on the Rays that would clearly stand out from a pitching standpoint. It would be Snell and Glasnow. Glasnow got knocked around last year. He's gross. Snell, a little more of a pitcher at this point in his career, turned it on last year. And it's swinging.
Yeah, yes. That's why I wanted, what pitchers they're trying to jump. Swinging strikes.
Ooh, see, you say that, and I want to jump back to Glass now because you don't want to get behind him in the count.
He's also very wild, though.
He's also very wild, though.
When he's off.
And now you're talking about him a lot, which is confusing me. Initial guess was Snell.
Snell is tied for the Rays, so you'll get the win.
Okay.
But not with Glass now. Snell
Castillo.
and Yarbrough
right.
both had 23 first
Friend.
pitch swinging strikes.
Our friend.
You went in order here. You got the 3 that were obvious.
Yes.
Then you went in here, and now you're going to the Red Sox, which is clearly the hardest to do.
The Red Sox
you
is
played
a spit show.
very good game.
I know what I'm doing. The Red Sox, obviously a mess. I mean, my God, Evaldi feels like the starter that got the most play last year.
I don't think he pitched enough.
I almost want to guess that this is a team with someone out of their bullpen. Their bullpen also stunk. They traded Workman, which kind of would have been my guess. They still had Matt Barnes all of last year, pride of UConn. I mean, their starting rotation was such a disaster. It's hard because there's no Sale, there's no Erod. I mean, I think this would be my oddball, and I think I'll go Matt Barnes.
No.
It's tough. BBD, do you have a guess?
Barnes is 14th.
Okay.
With only 6. Well, okay, he's tied for 12th with 6.
Tied for 12th. I mean, Red Sox pitchers.
I was going to ask if it's a reliever, but I don't think I could differentiate by name starters, relievers.
The only guy that I know that got the pill for the Red Sox consistently would also be Martin Perez, which would kind of be my other guess.
But I think it's going to be a guy that they wanted to like jump. My mind.
That's every pitcher.
Yeah, but Perez was like the good one, like Ryan Weber, average white righty stuff. He throws strikes. I'm trying to think. I didn't know enough. The Red Sox rotation didn't exactly have guys you learn what their repertoire is. As a fan,
just worried when they were going to be out of the game.
I'll give you his slash line. Now, obviously, he led the team in swinging strikes on the first pitch.
First pitch.
When the first pitch got put into play on him, batters had a 583 batting average and a 1.6 OPS. It was a guy they were trying to jump.
Have we said his name yet?
No. Okay. Maybe you did when you were rolling a bunch, but I don't think you did.
So. I didn't just now.
Yeah.
So not Ryan Weber.
I don't even know, man. They stunk this year.
They had such a weird group.
There's a huge hint I'm giving you.
Oh.
Crooked.
Brazier.
Ryan Brazier.
I could only think of Embry.
That was the one that I was like, all of them are some good pitchers.
Right.
Like, their best pitcher on the staff for majority of them. Besides the Red Sox, it's Brazier. Because guys
Debatably
went there
their best
just
pitcher.
looking to just fucking tee off.
Yeah. Damn. How many?
Brazier had 18.
Okay.
Because a lot of guys made contact.
Right. Who was second?
Martin Perez with 15.
Okay.
So if I do swinging strike and balls that got put in play on the first pitch, like how many just like times did he get swings? Perez won in that. He got the most like swings on first pitches. But Brazier had the most swings and misses.
How about it?
Good job. You played really well. The Red Sox was the hardest one.
Thank you. I played the game to play the game.
Brazier, only 5 guys put it in play, it says, but 4 of them got hits. Good job.
4 for 5.
Cole's number is so much higher than everyone else, but he did pitch a lot more.
Pitched a lot, especially with the COVID days and stuff.
I think he led the league in total starts and probably led the division.
They used him.
And he's like far and away the best.
Paid him and used him.
Makes sense.
What did he walk away with money-wise last year?
Who?
Cole. 35 divided in half is
17 and a half.
17.
And it ended up being
12 million, something like that. Quick math. 14.
How much does the chat make this show feel like we have an audience, and then when the chat's
It's
gone,
weird when it's not on the TV.
It feels like we're just talking to ourselves.
Liam Hendricks.
Is this your trivia?
just got a nice contract. Good job, Liam. Jimmy, in the past 2 years, Liam Hendricks had 24-plus appearances.
Yeah.
With an ERA below
2.
1.8.
Ooh. Okay.
Pretty good, right?
Yep.
There have been 7 relievers since the year 2000 that have done that more than twice.
Mariano
Rivera is one of them.
Kimbrel
is one of them.
Gagne.
No Gagne.
He only did it once?
Control find. Gagne. I think he only did it once in the 2000s, 03.
Oh, okay. Did he do it in the 90s? Make you feel better?
I can look that up briefly.
So how many am I looking for? 7, and I got 2?
7, and you have 2.
Would you say those are the 2 most obvious ones?
Hoffman.
No Hoffman. I think you're going back. Well, you're going back a little far. There's one that's
K-Rod.
Obvious in an obvious way that I can't hit with. Another guy, I mean, this is a big point, currently on the Hall of Fame ballot.
Billy Wagner.
K-Rod's not on there?
No K-Rod.
Kenley.
No Hader. What was your guess?
Kenley.
No Kenley. I mean, there's one current closer.
Oh. We
so
gotta
one more guy who's current.
There's one current.
My mind.
Are they all closers?
I'd say that most of these guys are known for closing.
Have had closing experience.
Yes. So we got Mariano, Kimbrel, Billy Wagner. Those are 3 pretty big ones.
Did Rodney ever have 2 years that good? No.
I wish.
I'm just trying to think of closers right now. Like Valverde keeps popping in my head. I don't think he made this list, but he's been a closer for a while. Soriano, the closer.
Rafael Soriano. My mind, Yankee bias jumps to Betances.
No,
or Robertson. He had some good years. His 2011 is crazy when you look at.
Keep that Yankee bias going.
Andrew Miller. Chapman. Current closer.
Oldest. That was one of the easy ones. So this is where the list gets a little weird. So one guy, a Plouffe teammate, and then there's 2 guys that you probably don't get. But I thought it was funny they were on the list. Joe Nathan.
Okay.
So Mariano did it 6 years.
Pretty good.
Mariano was good. Kimbrel's 4. Nathan was 4. Chapman 3. Billy Wagner 3. The 2 other guys, one guy's a name you'd know from Kansas City.
Joaquin Soria.
Nope.
That's the Kansas City.
No, who was the guy in the World Series run? Shorter guy?
Yeah.
I'm just blanking. I can picture it all.
The last name kind of sounds like the name of a country.
Oh.
I don't know.
Greg Holland.
Holland, yes.
Greg Holland.
That's why that's going to piss me off. I had his full...
The one name that, again, you know I'm a little bit of a baseball nerd, and now that I've clicked on him, I do remember him. Mike Adams. Mike Adams is the other guy on that list. He was really good with the Padres for a while. He had a really nice 10-year Major League career, and I think having a generic last name hurt him.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell for me. Sorry, Padres fans. What was the limitations there? 24 innings pitched, though?
24 games.
Oh, okay. All right.
So back-to-back years of
so
24
Liam, again, with this shorter season, got a little bit. But if you pitch 24 games in a season as a reliever, that's a pretty good base.
I guess.
That is enough to generally weed out.
Dude. Yeah, you can get out most of the riffraff. Mike Adams, 10 years. Dude, this is where baseball blows my mind about what markets you play in and, I think, your name. Mike Adams, 10-year career, 408 appearances, a 2.41 ERA. Strikeout per inning, Milwaukee, San Diego, Texas, Philly to end his career.
Yeah, look at his 2009 year. How come he didn't get any awards or any votes for anything?
His name's Mike Adams.
2009, he pitched in 37 games, had a 0.73 ERA.
Dude, he allowed El Grosso.
In his first 3 outings, he allowed 2 runs. After that,
John.
I mean, he had a scoreless September, scoreless July. That's pretty weird.
Look at that 3-year span from 2009 to 2011. Mike Adams, 182 games, 177 innings. So like an old starting pitcher season, he had a 1.42 ERA.
Not just in college. So like at that point, really just watching the Yankees.
Yeah.
Like not tuning into national baseball at all, especially the Padres.
Yeah.
So I am not ashamed to be like, I have no idea who Mike Adams
but it's
is,
just,
but
it's one of those things
crazy.
that's like, damn, man. Like if he did that, you do that on the Yankees, Mets, Dodgers, Cubs, Braves,
Red Sox.
Like you're a folk hero.
Caught onto one of those Rangers teams.
Yeah. He got traded to the 2011 Rangers and did some work. So
he caught on one of those Rangers teams, and I didn't know who he was.
Lost the World Series. Let's see if he had a bad World Series. Oh, how's your postseason, Mike Adams? Okay, he was solid.
His ERA plus column. Nuts.
So good for Mike Adams.
I could use some water.
Some water?
All that water.
All that water.
Power through. Get dehydrated.
Get water.
We'll see if someone magically
got a guy for that.
brings me water.
I think it's on out there,
Keith
so maybe
listening?
they're hearing it.
I'm
That's the half.
also interested in
No!
water. If it happens,
You can't
if it happens, I'd like
ask
water.
for water at halftime. I also have to pee, so the water's gonna make it-
Halftime is kind of the time to ask for water. So
Yeah.
I hate to.
It's true.
It's the natural.
Especially if we're
time.
going to be eating
Still a little
snacks.
bit of
And
my
if
belly
you're,
on there.
and you can do
if we're
bathroom breaks if you need
snacking.
to.
We're
Yeah,
eating
we got
snacks. Yeah. I do have to kind of pee.
I heard a door.
What do we got? So no one sent us any snacks.
we got an email to the JJR inbox, jjr@jomboymedia.com. Send in your mailbag questions later in the show, rankings, etc. Saying, I think one is coming. I think it's gonna just miss us. It's shipped on Monday, so I thought it was gonna happen.
What's wrong?
Yep.
I have news.
Okay, Jake has news. Is this
Awesome.
halftime news?
Mike Adams, that we just spent an hour talking about, his name, John Michael Adams. So he ditched being John Adams.
Yeah.
John Jon.
You don't want to be John Adams.
Which might have made him more memorable.
I think Mike Adams is better than John Adams.
But if John Adams had been a good major league reliever, I think I would have a better recollection of him than Mike Adams.
So you don't like the name Mike?
I didn't say that.
Surely sounds
cousin
like,
named Michael.
So surely kind of
Like
sounds
the name Mike. He made an executive decision early on. I'm wondering when he went from John to Mike, but
Is the chat frozen?
let it go.
For you guys, might be. I'll give it a refresh.
There it is. So what are we in?
So,
Dog dick?
So I think something shipped on Monday, and it's going to just miss this week's JJR. So that's unfortunate.
Okay.
So then we went there, showed Sam the post office. But then we went to the Angry Deli. And I wasn't feeling the vibe. They're angry.
Love the Angry Deli.
And then I went to Happy Yummy. Yeah, the one that like
That's my favorite
it's good.
one.
It's good food. It's our best option right now. But they're angry.
Yeah.
But then I went to Happy Yummy, and I finally broke my $50 bill in my pocket.
Wow.
I felt bad. I felt like such a.
Are you paying for the snacks? We should be paying for.
We can get a system going there.
Yeah, well, I've needed cash, so I had a $50 bill in my pocket, and I spent it on this $2 item, and I felt so mean to the guy. I was like, "This is all I've got. I'm so sorry." But yeah, so we got
is the friendly guy that works there.
honey butter.
Interesting.
Chips. It was like
those are going to be good.
Yeah, it immediately
Like to
caught my
think
eye.
so.
Both flavors I think I'm familiar with. Have never seen them connected on a chip, nonetheless.
Yeah, I've never seen honey butter.
Honey butter.
It sounds good. You know what? Sounds southern to me.
Honey butter.
Honey butter wise chips. They got any good copy on here. How about a tasty treat? Try a batch of our Wise honey butter potato chips made from scratch. You will delight in the sweet, buttery goodness of this homemade classic. A bit of comfort in every crispy bite. We pride ourselves on great taste and quality snacks. Oh, if you're not completely satisfied, contact us for a replacement coupon.
Can't get sucked into that again.
Yeah, we already tried. They're from Berwick, Pennsylvania.
We almost went with another smart food item. But,
well, they don't answer their customer service.
They don't answer their customer service one. And it was a spicy flavor. It was like...
Here you go, Jake.
Oh, that's a spicy
Jake and I are
Smells
both gonna
good.
not like that for sure.
Smells good.
It smells
good.
It smells like you're about to bake something.
When you open a bag of like regular flavored potato chips, and there's kind of that weird potato chip after.
Yes.
Like it's kind of missing in a good way.
It smells like
It's
honey.
almost refreshing.
Yeah, it smells
like
good.
if you walked into a bakery or something and you smelled this, you'd be like, "Oh,
what you cooking?
I want that."
What's that I'm smelling? Oh, whoa. This tastes like butterscotch that your grandma has in the glove compartment. Yep.
Not as intense.
No, but that's
It's
the
like,
hint of it.
That is kind of the closest comp.
Yeah. It kind of tastes like butterscotch to me.
Which isn't what I would have expected from this.
Pretty good.
You're pretty good.
But I'm leaning more and more into that. The more I have. I do it tastes like
Get in there, Bieber.
butterscotch candies.
Zach, honey butter chips. Get in there.
I bet the people watching didn't even know you were in the room. And then, Jack, can you have someone get us some water? Not you. You just have someone get it.
Boss someone around.
I like these.
Feel it.
Official review.
I also want water. I don't know if Jim said that.
I said get us water.
Okay.
Official review. These are good.
They're really good.
Really good chips.
I think it was the only bag in there. Wasn't like they had a section of these.
Maybe they fly off the shelves.
Do you think these get bad if we keep going?
Yeah. I'm trying to think if you could dip these in a chip dip, and I don't think you can.
That. No, these might be alone, but I kind of respect them for that.
Oh, that's a power move. When you're like, yeah, you can't dip them. You can't muddy this up, you know?
Because normally that's like a bad thing. Like normally if a flavor's too intense to dip it in something, you're like,
I don't know if I've said this.
You got to be in a mood for it. You don't have to be in a mood for these.
Official review. I like these chips.
We like these chips. No, get lost tonight. We like these chips.
We like the chips. Cool.
Oh, I had a
Do we wait till the waters come and then get out of halftime? Do you want to tell a story while I go pee?
Yeah. I had a good pathetic Jake situation last night.
Tell everyone. I'll listen while I'm peeing.
So, I did my Does Anyone Want to Talk? Jakey Twitters last night. And Chris from Pinstripe Strong he asked me, what am I listening to? What's on the playlist? And as a lot of the JJRs know, I'm a terrible music person. One of the worst music people in the world. And Biebers, you're probably going to laugh at me for this, but The Weeknd.
Saw this tweet.
Yeah. I wasn't familiar with the song. That was like, I think it was like one of the number one song of...
I didn't recognize the title of it when you said it, but...
So, dude, it was on every NFL commercial this weekend because he's playing the Super Bowl. But the song is fire. I did a, wow, Zachy Waters. Gary Sanchez. But that Weekend song is electric. And I just know I've got to be 6 months late on it.
Ish.
What's the name of that song? The commercial's really good.
I still don't know.
It's everyone singing to
I
themselves.
I remember the song from the commercial.
Blinded by the Lights. I think so. The Weekend.
Blinded by the Lights.
Blinding Lights.
Blinding Lights.
It was the Weekend song that's on. It was on like every football commercial this weekend.
Blinded by the light.
It's not that song because that's the Springsteen song. Can't seem to feel your touch, and I'm drowning in the night. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like 80s-ish.
Yeah, I thought it was an old song.
It sounds almost like Miami Vice-y.
I knew I had been hearing
really good.
It recently in the commercial. I thought that was an older song, and they show the Weekend. I'm like, okay, so it's a newer
You're
song.
covering them. Yeah, I mean, technically this song looks like it came out in December of 2019, but I think it was one of the biggest songs of this year.
I heard it on the talk a few times.
It literally just got to me this weekend. So,
Ben, Blinded by the Light is a Springsteen song. Manfred Man Earth Band covered it. Know your shit, man. Come on. Another runner in the night. Blinded by the light.
How was your pee?
That was good.
Jack brought us waters.
Oh, awesome.
Electric.
Let's go to the second half of the show.
I read the news today, oh boy, and though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
An escaped hamster braves freezing temperatures to get to the candy store. Angry chickens wreaked havoc at a McDonald's parking lot drive-thru in New Jersey, where I live. A London zoo rejected Ricky Gervais' death wish to be fed to the lions. A Roman slab was found in a garden in England. How it got there is a complete mystery. New Jersey school evacuated after student brings uranium to class. A naked fugitive was rescued by fishermen from crocodile-infested mangroves in Australia. Children's TV show about a man with a giant penis airs in Denmark. Hung. They're just re-airing Hung in Denmark now. And psychedelic mushrooms grew in a man's veins after he injected them. A French woman has been fighting for 3 years to prove she is not dead. And GM unveils new self-driving Cadillac that can fly. A little chitty chitty bang bang action.
I read the news today, oh boy.
All right. I mean, a lot of news here, Jake. A lot of good news, it looks like. Can I tell you ones I'm not interested in talking about?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
The Ricky Gervais story, I'm not interested in talking about that. It's just very much promotion.
I got a laugh from if you could get a zoo to sign off on this, and then 40 years later, there's new people running the zoo, and like Ricky Gervais dies, and it's like,
oh my
God. You guys do have to feed his corpse to the lions.
And in front of an audience.
Yeah. I mean, that's must watch.
All right. Anytime we talk about live TV stunts, you know where my head jumps to. And then so I went there. I'm going to bow out. I'm going to get out of it.
I didn't say the word stunt. And when you said stunt, I mean, we all felt it.
Live TV show. I said live TV show of them eating his body, and then it goes into. I go into that dark place. I think about that dumb man, and then I'm like, well, what about when he dies? They should probably just do the whatever.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Because I had told Beeper this, and it should have been the open of the show, but we ended up doing some politics and stuff. Watch the end of The Good Place.
Yep.
Little High with Jess. Final episode was a sad one.
Mm-hmm.
Bawling hysterically, both of us. Crying so hard we were both laughing at each other. Which was good.
That's a fun time.
It was a good time. But it's a sad one.
All right. Psychedelic hamster or escaped hamster runs to a candy store. I don't really like hamsters.
Right.
But I'll tune in.
Give it a click. Currently in the title.
Scotland. It's in Scotland. It was a pet hamster. It ran through freezing temperatures to a candy store.
Do we have a distance?
It clung to a person who entered the candy shop. Oh!
I mean, that's some Stuart Little BS, man.
Yeah, so a hamster jumped on a human, walked into the candy store. Ugh.
Given how unusual this year has been, it feels appropriate to round off 2020 with such a bizarre job, she said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Washington Township in New Jersey. Police were called into action when a flock of chickens started wreaking havoc at a McDonald's. Washington Township Police received a call. Flock of chickens attacking drive-thru customers.
A block of chicken or flock of chicken?
Cops came. He was able to tackle one chicken and chase a second chicken and capture it with a net.
Flock.
I mean, in the picture, it looks like two chickens. We have a video here.
The opening picture is a pretty happy-looking guy holding two chickens.
Yeah, I mean, chickens don't have any weapons on them, so it's probably an awesome call for him. To get to the news story, I have to sit through this 15-second ad first.
What's the ad for?
Saudi. Welcome to Saudi Arabia. It's just Saudi Arabia.
You got an ad for Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, there's like a come visit. All right. And there's no video.
Oh, boy.
So many places do the internet.
Oh, boy.
So wrong. Only two chickens.
It was literally only two chickens.
Confirmed, only two chickens. You cannot call two chickens a flock of chickens. And you can't call the police with two chickens.
Can I get you less happy real quick?
Grab your broom and chase them to the store right across the parking lot.
Final sentence of the article. No word on whether the chickens were angry about McDonald's plan to roll out new chicken sandwiches.
A lot of people hate their jobs.
Yeah.
And they're writing articles no one's going to read for McDonald's, and they want to get silly. So I can't fault them for it.
Yeah.
That sentence was typed through sadness.
Not tears, but deep.
Like they're out. They're like dug in.
Like made them rethink all of it.
Like, what am I doing here?
All of it. How did I get here?
The moment they sent the story, they got assigned the story about the chickens. Like, are you fucking serious?
Flock is pretty messed up.
I'm the crime department. You want me to write about this? Editor says, yeah, we think this will do really good. We think this will get a lot of clicks. Yeah. Writes about it, title, two chickens arrested at McDonald's drive-thru. They think that title is gold. They think that's the clicks. Fine, you want me to write about this? There's your fucking clicks. Two chickens arrested at McDonald's drive-thru.
Yeah.
Editor comes back, says, change it to flock of chickens. They say, are you fucking kidding me?
They said, are you flocking kidding me?
Are you flocking kidding me?
Yeah. And they said, both sides laughed at that.
They said, you know what?
Like,
I think I have another sentence to add at the bottom, too.
Yeah.
And just through, like, life is beating me up, they wrote that line.
I would check on the mental health of that writer.
Yes.
Yeah. If you're a friend, go check that out.
Okay. A Roman slab was found in England. No one knows how it got there. I'm guessing.
Slab's what? Big piece of rock?
Yeah, they got a picture of it. It's like a tombstone.
Oh, sure is.
It's a tombstone. Yeah.
Sure is.
I'm guessing someone took it there. I don't know.
Used for nearly a decade as a house mounting block before its origins were revealed.
So hold on. How do they know this is a Roman slab? Couldn't this be an English slab that they just wrote Roman letters on?
So are you asking about the actual rock itself?
A Roman slab makes it sound to me like they think this piece of earth
right
came from Rome, And they're like, how did it get to, because they're saying, how did it get to England? Like someone put a piece of rock on a boat and then like back of a horse and carriage and like carried it. Like why? I understand the mystery there.
Did you read the first paragraph yet? Because yeah.
As a horse mounting block.
Garden of a bungalow in England. Stumbled upon 20 years ago. Was found in a rockery of her garden.
How do they know that the slab is from Rome and not just, a Roman person moved to the island and then they carved the slab up in their native language?
Well, see, this is where things get dumb. And them saying they don't know how it got there is, because it would have happened hundreds of years ago. Because Will Hobbs, an antique specialist at Woolley and Wallace, said artifacts such as the rock often arrived in England in the 18th and 19th century. So, I think we figured it out. It was that you just didn't flip the rock over for hundreds of years.
What? Say that again. What's in the middle of the article?
Will Hobbs.
Will Hobbs, yeah. Archaeologist.
An antiquity specialist at Woolley and Wallace.
At William Wallace?
Woolley and Wallace.
Okay.
Said artifacts such as the rock often arrived in England in the 18th and 19th centuries, when wealthy aristocrats would tour Europe learning about classical art and culture.
So they would often arrive, and then they're saying, how the hell did this one arrive? Well, it sounds like the rich people brought it
Sounds
over.
like as a part of that.
Sounds like fucking, what's his name? Wally the Snob?
Excuse me?
Was it Wally the Snob?
I don't know Wally the Snob.
What was the guy's name? Wallace Hobbs?
Will Hobbs.
Will Hobbs.
Worked at Woolley and Wallace.
I was all over that. He's clearly a snob. You don't become an antiques guy if you're not a snob. That dude goes by Wallace the Snob.
Have you scrolled down to the garden yet?
No, I exited out of the tab because I didn't like it anymore.
It's a really nice garden.
Let me check this out. Garden.
Not like over the top. It's just like, wow.
Is that a bench there I'm seeing?
I think that's a bench.
That's a nice bench.
That's a nice little garden.
Yeah.
The inscription reads, "The people and the young men honor Demetrius, son of Metrodorus, the son of Lucius."
So it's a tombstone.
Seems a lot like it's a tombstone.
Seems like we know everything about this.
We have every piece of information, and the title says complete mystery.
Fuck, man. God.
Yeah.
Almost zero mystery.
So,
like, what are you going to find the actual rich person who brought it over in the 18th century? No.
Rob Pichetta wrote this.
Yeah.
And I think he wrote a fine article. I think his editor effed him with the title.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of the time.
So is life.
Next story.
Opinions on Antiques Roadshow in the chat.
I never watch it, but sounds good.
My mom used to...
As soon as you read that, they retracted it. Kind of like when you retweet someone, they delete their tweet.
Yeah, they weren't feeling it.
Haddon Township High School evacuated after student brings uranium-glazed plate.
Jesus.
An earlier version of story quoted a student who provided a false name. Journalists getting got left and right, dude.
Oh, my God. You think it was like a funny name? Hey, would you blow me?
Yeah, maybe.
Mike Hunt.
Haddon Township High School was evacuated Friday after a student brought in an antique plate that the youth's mother said was glazed in radioactive uranium. Students and staffers left the building after officials learned around 11:15 a.m. that a student had brought into the school a potentially dangerous substance, said Robert J. Fiscaro, the district superintendent. No one was injured.
Huge. I mean,
do you remember that rag caught fire in the Pump Rock gym when we were there? We had to
vaguely.
We had to evacuate. It was a chemical fire. They put 2 rags in the same garbage bin in the gym. There was like paint going on, or they were sealing something, some type of renovations, and they put 2 rags in the same garbage bin, and it caught fire. And we had the fire drill, but usually they tell you like, "Hey, we have a fire drill today." Right. It was the one time I think in my life where we had a fire drill that wasn't a planned fire drill, and everyone had to go outside, and they're like, "No, there's a fire in the gym."
Yeah.
And then Rat Tail was on the news for it. They interviewed one guy. It was Rat Tail.
Hey.
Danny?
Danny.
He's
a nice kid.
I know. I saw him at a wedding.
Voted for me to be section leader of the low brass in middle school.
He voted.
Yes. He was the deciding vote.
And so he chose you.
Yes.
Who were you up against?
Like a really good musician. It's pretty messed up.
What does section leader of the low brass do?
So in middle school.
Yeah. In between high school and elementary.
Correct. They, we had like, because it's the low brass isn't sexy.
No?
We had like.
I'm a novice. I don't know shit.
We had 3 trombonists. So the sexy instruments for the boys.
Instruments.
Trumpets and the sax and the drums.
The drums. The drums are the badass ones.
You'd be surprised. The drums brings in a crowd. It's a rowdy bunch, the drums.
Yeah, they're clearly like the badasses of the group. They're the rebels.
Or the wannabe rebels.
Yeah. Listen, no one joining band is a rebel.
Saxophone was an interesting mix.
They lost their virginity in middle school.
That's where you got guys and girls.
Yeah, and they're all banging.
That was like the tweener instrument.
Yes, that's the saxophone.
And then clarinet, flute tended to lean female.
Yeah, they don't hit puberty until high school.
And so they got some of the weird ones too. You hit oboe.
That's sexy instrument.
Anyways, the low brass.
Yes.
Trombones.
Yeah, kind of the farts of the
tuba.
Band. Yeah.
Like the sousaphone. It really is the farts of the band. Those are farts. And so Jack Strobel was on the tuba, good friend of mine till this day. Mark was the other trombonist going for section leader. His dad's a professional musician, like a musician as his career. Mark, very talented, cared, practiced. Myself, not my forte, unless it's sports.
Why were you in the band? Did your mom make you?
It was like a fake requirement.
I mean, I did chorus. I sang.
I sang too. Very talented. And I mean, once my mom bought the trombone, which was basically like, you're going to do this for at least 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
you're in.
If I bought you a goddamn trombone, you're going to play.
Unless the trombone accidentally gets run over by the bus.
Yeah. So,
Mom, I didn't think they were going to go forward. I thought they were in reverse.
So what I believe happened is we had Mark and Jack are cousins.
Okay.
So Jack had to vote for Mark. And Mark's a serious musician, so Jack could tell me, like, I'm obviously not voting for you. That's fine. I believe we had someone on the French horn, I believe David, who gave me a vote. Short guy. Nice to him through the years. So the toss-up vote was Danny, and he just did the back and forth, and he went with me.
He didn't like the nepotism between Jack and Mark.
No, it's messed up.
And he wasn't intimidated by you.
I was always nice to Danny. Be nice to everyone. So.
I wasn't nice to Danny.
You weren't always nice to Danny.
Wasn't. We told that story a bunch.
We've told that story a lot.
Sat behind him in biology. He had a rat tail from birth. I took his rat tail, I put my scissors around it and said, don't move. He fucking didn't like it at all.
He did not like that.
Like, he turned around and he's like, I'll fucking stab you with those if you touch my rat tail again. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I understand what I did.
Right.
I understand what happened.
Challenged, like, his biggest pride.
No, I totally understand.
We're on his side now.
I'm on his side now.
Yeah.
Like, if he stabbed me, that's fair. I had no intention of ever cutting his rat tail
You're
off.
sorry.
I do apologize. Like, if that scarred him in any way, I'm very sorry. But I did see him later, and we were cordial. He was getting married. He was at a wedding expo.
That's good.
Still had the rat tail.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's the tough thing about...
now do you think it's kind of cool?
There's... No. No.
It's been with him his whole life. You like shit
It's
like
Stockholm
that.
Syndrome, man. It's giving your kids or Munchausen by proxy. It's one of those things where, like, when they're 5 years old and they have a rat tail and the parents are like, yeah, you've had that since birth. Like, you're brainwashing them to think something is important or of value.
But wouldn't you say anything else that stays with you that long in life you would think is pretty cool? If someone kept a notebook through that part of their life, or if someone...
Yeah, but this hinders your physical appearance to the outside world.
Does it?
Let the kid decide to grow his own rat tail at 5. Don't give a kid a rat tail from 0 to 5. That's my stance on it officially.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know exactly what happened in the house, but...
From birth. 2-year-old him wasn't, like, begging for it.
Probably.
A little brainwashing.
Likes his hair.
So anyway, we're good now, I think.
Good there.
But yeah, we had a fire.
Yeah.
Good chemical fire.
There's a fire.
Goes back to that.
Fire. Don't bring uranium to school.
Yeah.
I know we have a few youngins listen.
I mean, everyone's got a story now. Listen to the story we just told.
Yeah.
And these kids in high school got a story now. I mean, the one kid gave the fake name to the reporter.
Yeah.
That's the rat tail being on TV. That's their version of it. Next up, naked fugitive rescued by fishermen from a crocodile-infested mangrove in Australia.
Naked fugitive rescued by fishermen from crocodile-infested mangroves.
It sounds crazy, but I don't think it's that crazy. I think this is like, he escaped jail. He's wearing an orange jumpsuit, so he sheds the jumpsuit.
Rid of it.
And I'm going to say that they're not actually naked here. I think he was in his skivvies.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying he was in boxers and socks or whatever. Maybe even an undershirt, because these headline writers are bullshit artists. And he ducked into some water to hide from authorities. Turns out there's crocs there. Fishermen's pull up. Yeah. I think this adds up pretty nicely. Let's get into the story.
Whoa. I think the story's pretty real from the just scrolling a little bit.
So some fishermen were driving by. He heard the 40-year-old yell for help. They were setting crab traps. Heard him yell for help. He was covered in mud, cuts, and insect bites. He explained that he had been lost for 4 days and was able to survive by eating snails and using his clothes for bits and pieces over the way. What does that mean?
So I think the next sentence, or maybe the next paragraph, says he had built a nest in a tree. I think the clothes got invested into that a little bit.
A meter above the water, and there were crocs in the water, so that's how he was surviving. So he made like a hammock for himself, but he was only 40 inches above water.
I mean, man, eating snails to survive, living in a tree, that's...
Jail might be better. I don't know.
That's
I've never done either.
Don't know.
He was placed under police guard and he was treated for exposure. He had been free. Oh, he had been free on bail. Okay, hold up. This might get sad then. He had been free on bail after being charged with armed robbery as well as multiple aggravated assaults. And deprivation of liberty and stealing. He had cut off his electric monitoring device last week and attempted to evade police. Never mind. I thought maybe
how'd you end up here, dude?
I think he was homeless, camping out.
Good pictures in the article. Good job, Bailey Stuybe.
I don't think those are like the real pictures.
Oh, no, but...
Well, if I Google his name, do you think we'll get like another article that has real pictures?
Of him?
Yeah.
Probably.
Or his setup? Okay. Yes. Yep.
Internet's pretty wild, huh?
I mean, we got pictures of him on the boat. We got pictures of him naked. We got pictures of his setup. If you just Google his name, that's pretty badass. His name is Luke Voskresensky. So I enjoy spelling that. Looks like we even have videos of them like picking him up. Here. I mean, he's naked, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on. Spinning circle. Spinning circle. Spinning circle.
Perth now.
They gave him a beer. That's very Australian of them.
They blurred his junk.
God, man. How come, like, videos don't play and stuff? Some, like, news websites are just, like, awful.
Yeah.
Like, how's this video not playing?
Not playing.
Australia. This is like nothing else on Earth.
The most epic course ever created. The most challenging.
Looks like they got a badass Australian version of Wipeout. This show looks awesome.
Many golfers don't stand a chance.
Is this an American show? Because Rob Wrinkle's on it.
Is that the Steph Curry show?
This is
Holy moly?
Extreme
I think so.
Fun is here in 2021.
That looks awesome. Now, you kidding me? Now it's back to the spinning circle of death.
Oh, God.
It just gave me a smooth as hell ad, and now we can't I'm out. Obviously, I'm out. I'm pissed.
Awesome.
We have news?
We talked about it earlier on the show. It's an update on Kluber. Joel Sherman reports. Hashtag Mets, hashtag Yankees had reps at Kluber's 30-pitch mound session today in Florida. About 60 scouts from 25 teams attended. Kluber was near normal for beginning of spring training. Looked healthy. Only 8 games started last 2 seasons, but great pedigree. Hashtag interesting market is the part I wanted to highlight. Yeah, it's a hashtag interesting.
Do you think it would blow these reporters that are older than us minds when we say, actually hashtags don't do anything to improve your tweet anymore?
Yes.
Do you
When
like
they
I
first
think
started tweeting,
it
did.
took them a while to like integrate them into their, and they probably fought them really hard. Like, I'm not doing that. And like, if we were to tell them, like, if you just type Yankees and you type hashtag Yankees, it does as the same exact effect.
Yeah.
Do you think they would be like,
Yes.
no? All the marketing agents back in 2010 told me.
Yeah.
I think, because like hashtag Yankees, hashtag whatever.
They were
Indians.
taught something, and
Yeah.
you don't forget that.
Yeah. It actually hurts the engagement you get now if you do
When
a
it's
hashtag.
guys like that, it
doesn't matter because it's him reporting news. But I just think it'd be funny to like that spin cycle where they probably fought it forever, and now you'd be like opening up the tweet hashtag Mets, hashtag Yankees. Like, it's just not how Twitter works anymore.
It's bad.
And then hashtag interesting market. Now that plays because he's making a joke via the hashtag.
Right.
So that plays. Yeah, I think it would blow them their minds. I think they'd be like, no, we were told specifically.
No, the hashtag it brings you to the conversation.
Somebody's reply was, "Why point that the Mets and Yankees did it if 23 other teams did as well?" And somebody just replied, in quotes, "Why is a columnist for the New York Post talking about New York's baseball teams?"
Yeah.
Got me good.
Yep. Next story. Actually, let's skip the rest of the stories because we're at 140.
We're there, yeah.
We're at 145, and we saw rankings and mailbag.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Done with the stories. Moving on to the next part of the show.
It's mailbag, motherfucker!
Stupid.
Trying to find it.
Boobach. He's the best around.
All right, for mailbag, Nathan Hall a couple weeks ago sent in just a bunch of them. I think we'll just run through those for the mailbag section.
A bunch.
Just got a few different discussions.
Okay.
Would you rather give a dog kisses or get dog kisses?
Give.
I've been allowing Mac to give me kisses. I'd never allowed Zimmer to give me kisses because I wasn't like truly a dog person. Now I allow Mac to give me kisses, and he nibbles on my ear. It's just really weird feeling because that's not usually done in like, hello, my son.
Here
way.
we go.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
But yeah, he nibbles on this ear a lot. I allow him to give me Mac or Zimmer. I would allow to kiss my hands.
Sure.
And he would just
your
go
hands in front of him.
crazy.
Yeah.
And then I'd go wash my hands. Mac gives me a lot. Mac loves Katie and I.
That's why I prefer to give the kisses because Noodle will just go
How are you kissing Noodle? Just like a kiss on the top of the head?
wherever.
Okay. You licking?
I'm not licking.
That's what I thought the question was.
Kiss on the nose, kiss on the head, kiss on the ear.
Just normal kissing.
Yeah.
I have a really good routine with Mac where
Noodle could lick me for an entire 24-hour period.
yeah, I cut Mac off. So I thought this was a joke where we were licking the dogs, but I'll give Mac a kiss on the head. I do this thing where Mac's crazy.
Sure.
and I have to play with him like another dog. So I'm like running around the backyard. I'm snipping at him. I'm throwing him. I get pretty tough with him.
Yeah.
And then I just go like this with my hand, and he sits right away. So that's like my training. Like I want to get him to the craziest point of our fight, and then just throw the hand up like this,
freeze,
and see how. And he's getting really good. Luke did it with him. Yes, he's getting really good at it. And then once he's freezing and he's just sitting there, then I get real like sensitive with him. I just pet him and I say, "Oh, I hope you had a good day," and then I kiss him on top of the head. So maybe I like doing that.
Yeah.
More. I don't enjoy when he licks my face and gives me kisses.
It's a lot.
I allow it. So I changed my answer.
Okay. Welcome to the team.
Best spreads for a bagel / best kinds of bagels. You're getting bagels. What are you doing?
Everything bagel, cream cheese. I like scallion cream cheese, but just cream cheese. The bagel place in my town is the best bagels I've ever had in my life.
Despite what you see by looking at me, I'm not the biggest bagel guy.
I'll do a plain, like we usually get in everything, and then a plain as like the backup later in the day to make a sandwich out of or get a little more creative. But
like a bagel with cream cheese just doesn't do much for me.
Oh my gosh, probably one of my top meals when you get a good bagel. I was watching the British Baking Show, the Great British Baking Show last night, and they had them all make bagels, and it was like really weird. It was like, the judge, like you don't have a good sense of what's a good bagel anyway. You're from England. And then the bagels they made, like I don't think if I saw any of them at a store, I'd be like, bagel.
Okay.
I'd be like, oh, ring of bread.
Oh, they went artistic with it or no?
Even the shape and the size just wasn't like a New York bagel.
Okay.
It was like very weird.
I mean, if you give me like I'll get like a bagel, sausage, egg, and sneeze. But
yeah, I got that the other day too.
Just a bagel and cream cheese. Eat
it.
Give me more. Oh, I'll eat it.
It's not the question.
No.
Everything bagel butter. Guy.
The bagels by me, you don't need to get them toasted at all. Man.
Like if you like ask for the bagel to be toasted pretty much anywhere in our area, that's like it's like insulting to them.
Because
ask them to toast that
because they're giving you a fresh
warm.
bagel.
They made them.
They're basically toasted. Like
You're
the ones we
there
get
in the morning, they made them an hour ago or whatever.
Yeah, we've been getting some. It feels like they just took them out of the oven, put it in our bag. Like Katie and I are like, holy smokes.
Pat in the
and
chat.
the guy knows me at the bagel place. He asked me why I was wearing so much Jomboy media merch. I said, I'm him.
I am him, and he is I. Honey walnut cream cheese. You guys know me well enough that you start getting into funky cream cheeses, I'm in.
You want to investigate.
I like scallion.
I'm curious.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
Yes. What single sports stat do you feel like you could excel at? So he gives the example, Hassan Whiteside has a 7'7" wingspan, gets a few more blocks that way. Sure. Jake's stout figure and tenacity might make him great for blocking clappers from the blue line in hockey, for example.
Okay.
If I was given...
feel free to taste yourselves. You don't need to be negative.
If I was given a full season of at-bats, pitches, I think I could get myself into the top 150 pitches per plate appearance.
Wow.
This would never swing. Someone's going to throw me a ball at some point. And then I would, guarantee 3's the minimum.
You can get up to 4.
I could probably get up to, if I can get up to 4 or
what
get
was
up
the
to
question?
if I get up to 375, I'm in the top 100 there. So I think I could really excel at watching pitches go by me.
So what's a sports stat you think you could excel in?
A singular sports stat you think you could excel in.
Whether like your body puts you in a good position for that.
Right. Missed field goals. A good stat. Yeah, because then I just jump to fumbles.
Yeah, you could fall. Yeah, I feel like you could fall on a ball pretty well.
Yeah.
Fumble recoveries.
I was gonna say foul guys on a basketball court, but that's probably hard. Just catching them. Yeah. I think I'd be bad at that.
They'd go around.
They're elite.
If you're guarding Harden.
I don't know. There was a while where somehow every time I went to the airport, some 55-year-old man would walk up next to me and he'd say, "Hey, did you wrestle?" And I'd say no. And that was the end of the conversation. So, guess if I really wanted to get in great shape and wrestle dudes, I would be a pretty good 40 and under wrestler.
Hell yeah.
I like the pitches for at bat call by Jimmy. Screw you, Jake, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Because also, like, on the occasion you're gonna swing, like, your best hope is to foul it off.
It's not swinging.
You're not hitting that fair.
That's a good point. Like Billy Crystal got an at bat.
So
he did foul one off.
Right.
So if I do choose to swing, it's either a swing and a miss, which doesn't alter the pitch seen, or I foul it off. I can only extend it.
Right.
So I think I could get up to maybe 3.8 pitches.
Assuming they don't figure out you
top
just can't hit and we'll just throw you strikes and you'll miss it.
Some pitchers still will struggle, man. Because when am I going to swing, you know? You don't want to be the guy.
The pitcher starts thinking.
Overthinking it.
Yeah. It's a mental game.
Yeah.
You'd still have to, assuming that a manager gave you
lay down some foul bunts.
Sure. Lead the league in foul bunts.
Get there.
So that's all the questions from Nate, but he did note sacrifice a New York slice to the weather gods for me. Central Iowa's getting hit by an ice storm tomorrow, and he sent that on December 28th.
Okay.
Don't know how the ice storm worked out.
Hope everything's good, Nate.
So I hope that all worked out well and you weren't too hindered by it, Nate. Thank you very much for the mailbag.
It's mailbag, motherfucker!
It's on something.
Rankings!
What are we ranking today, David?
Okay, I have to pull it up.
Pull it up. Pull it
just
up. Pull
started.
it out and come.
Okay, so we got we got rankings for
Jimmy
from the person who was gonna send us stuff. I think I'll push that to next week when we have her things. It's her day.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go to Aaron. Sent this
E-R-I-N.
Aaron.
A.
The male spelling.
The male spelling.
Male spelling.
What's up, fellas? Love the stuff you've been putting out.
Thanks, Aaron.
Please rank the core Mexican food items. So he says, I'll copy paste it in there. Burritos, tacos, enchiladas, quesadillas, empanada, fajita are the ones he mentions. If you can think of others.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay.
You pasting them in here?
Just put them in the rankings tab down there.
Do you want to eliminate one or two?
I think we have to. Can we get empanada out of here?
Yeah, okay. That's the one I was on.
I'm not sure what's going on with that.
They're good, but
Sure.
I think just for like everyone being able to relate sake, empanada is basically like a calzone, a Mexican calzone in a way.
Are we just going pure deliciousness? Are we going...
I think you rank them.
Yeah, by what you like the most.
Yeah.
Because there's...
Or what, I guess you can go by like what you're most likely to order.
There is some... Yeah, because like, I think a well-made quesadilla with the right stuff in there is tough to beat. But I don't get a lot of quesadillas because they can also be the grossest thing on the menu. So that's where I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. It's an internal battle I think you have to figure out.
And also probably for going to like a real Mexican restaurant, it's probably like a better choice.
Yeah. It's kind of like when you go to a nice Italian place and you get fettuccine Alfredo. It's like that's a good Olive Garden meal.
If
kind of adult mac and
If
cheese,
I'm going by what
opinion.
I order,
yeah,
I'm probably going fajita.
I knew you were gonna go fajita first.
Because it's who I am.
I didn't want to take it away from you, but I wanted to hint at the audience like Jake's gonna go fajita.
Fajitas are who I am as a person.
Yeah. I listen. I'm not knocking.
You get
it.
a little bit of everything.
I'm not knocking it, but I just knew
That's
you were gonna
all
go
I
that way.
want. Just a little bit of everything. You make your own little dishes. You get a big one. You make a little one. For what I order, it would be fajita, burrito, taco, enchilada, quesadilla.
Okay.
What I'm ordering.
I'm going burrito number 1. A wet burrito. Can't get them out here. I haven't really found them anywhere on the menu. I go super burrito, like wet. Is so good. It's like there was 2 places in California that would fill you up real quick. We used to go and split it, or I'd get it like lunch and then bring it home after work for dinner. crave those. If I go back to Livermore, I get that. But a regular burrito also fits the bill as well. And a burrito can be anything. When I worked at the Chronicle building in San Francisco, or went to school, like there was a Korean fusion food truck that made Korean barbecue. Korean barbecue burritos.
This is a Mexican food question.
Those are good. Yeah, but it's saying the burrito's versatile.
Oh, yeah.
I love the burrito.
Absolutely.
Burrito's number 1. I'm going to go enchilada number 2.
Sure.
There's some people that make good enchiladas in my life. I like enchiladas. Then I'll go... See, people are going to be upset if we don't go taco high, but tacos don't do much for me. It's like an hors d'oeuvre. It's like it's not going to fill me up. I will only eat
presented tacos, sure.
Yeah, if someone is like, hey, I got tacos, I will eat them. I don't think I've ever gone to a store and ordered myself a taco.
There can be some elite soft tacos, but
good. But I'm just saying, I don't think of it as a meal. So I'm going to go enchilada.
Yeah.
I'm going to go burrito, enchilada, fajita, quesadilla, taco. Because your run of the mill taco is,
and that was good.
Yeah,
we got like a whole thing. It was like, all right, we can all.
Yeah.
Nachos not being on this, obviously.
Well, that's an appetizer
change
as well.
Things significantly. Can also be a meal.
If you're grosso.
Yeah. I mean, quesadilla.
Yeah, quesadillas are like Luke made one last night. So like I'll make them at home for myself as a snack. I'll just do cheese, onions, hot sauce, tortilla, and like put it on the stove.
No meat?
No, I mean if I'm making a late night snack, I'm not gonna go cook some chicken as well.
Yeah.
If I was to do it as a meal, which I'd never have really, then I would cook like chicken or get a rotisserie chicken and put that in there, or even beef. But at that point, you have all the ingredients to make something better.
Well, I mean that's the thing. There's quesadillas that are burritos. You just put the same stuff in there, and it's
way more cheese.
A different shape.
Yeah,
you get
doesn't have to be.
Probably a bigger cheese quotient, but yeah.
I mean, you're not finding quesadillas with like rice and beans in it.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think that would be a very rare quesadilla.
That's what I started this whole conversation with. Like there is an elite level of quesadilla out there because it becomes the easiest to eat. It's got everything in there, but like I said, I mean, they're my least ordered because you're not just going to bump into those bad boys.
Yeah, I've never seen one like with burrito filling. Seen taco filling for sure, just like beans and or beef and meat.
Chicken.
Quesadilla.
Quesadilla.
Good rankings. Make me hungry for a burrito. The burrito from the food truck was probably my new favorite lunch spot. That food truck we went to the other day.
I might be going there after this.
Yeah, let's all go.
I think they're planning on going to the bodega.
Oh, I'm out on that.
Yeah.
The bodega, I've limited myself to that bodega just getting a breakfast sandwich. It's my only option there.
That's what I'd be getting.
Yeah, I don't like, you'll eat a breakfast sandwich at lunchtime.
Yeah.
I won't. I don't really like that. It's like a breakfast food in my mind. Wet burritos for sure. Someone said that in the chat. Tequilas in Livermore, California. Great wet burrito.
West Coast burritos, baby.
Yeah.
San Diego chiming in. NoCal, SoCal.
NorCal.
The fight rages on.
Anything else we got? Is that the end of the show?
I think so.
Wow, we did it. We all made it. Jake, you got anything to say? Bet of the day? Anything?
It's over, baby.
Take the over.
It's over.
It's always over. Are there any sports coming up? Well, playoffs.
NBA's rolling.
Hockey started
tonight.
But the NFL playoffs.
They're started.
Any
NFL
team?
playoffs.
You change your mind on any teams? Chiefs all the way?
It's Chiefs Packers.
Where are the Chiefs playing?
Browns.
Don't know.
Murder ball them.
They are playing them? It's going to be ugly. Does your head shake? All right.
Bye, everybody.
See you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Go tell your friends.
Love you.